Greetings and salutations, friends. I am Nimithranter, and we're back in the second account, continuing the story of Inazuma. In particular, we're going to the tea house. Komore Tea House, if I remember correctly, where we are supposed to meet with Toma.
According to the letter, this should be the place.
And, going back to old times, we should have all voices present and accounted for this entire quest. Boy, I do miss this.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
Are our clothes really so... what Paimon means to say is...
Here's our invitation letter. We don't need any further misunderstandings.
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Well, that sounds more like it.
Best not to pout. Or to take anything here for granted, Paimon. We've gotten in the door, but our station in Inazuma at present is decidedly tenuous. At any moment, we could be attacked.
Well, now that we're here, where's Toma?
Well, I say that, but the Sokoku decree would be our primary concern. If anyone saw the Traveler using elemental power, that would call the commissions down on our heads, and might even get the Shogun herself interested, which would be a death sentence at this point.
Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Don't know, but there does seem to be a doggo sitting there.
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax, no need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form?
Oh, someone's having a laugh, aren't they? So you're a dog, are you? Where did the human-looking Toma go?
Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Well, funnily enough, while we do know Shen Yun, Cloud Retainer, and we've seen her as a crane, well, depending on when exactly you claim this event happens, we wouldn't have actually seen her change from the crane to her woman form. So, technically, no, we haven't seen talking animals turning into humans and vice versa.
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
But it still doesn't really add up. I know a dog when I see one.
All right. I've had my fun.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister.
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier, though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies.
So, how did we do in your test? And the courage to face lightning. You really mean to do battle with the Shogun herself?
Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same, but when the lightning struck...
You mean Kazuha's friend? He died in his duel before the throne, as I heard it. Was that story true? Not that I doubt Kazuha, but so far he's the only one who's told that story. I would hear other accounts of those events.
Ah, so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly.
So, will we be allowed to meet the Shirasaki Himegimi? I may be more familiar with Japanese than I am with Chinese, but some of these names and titles do not roll off my tongue.
Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
Very well. Though, I don't know what your purpose is in taking me there. Well, actually, I do know why, because I've done the quest before, but staying in character for a moment, the traveler in Paimon at this juncture would not be aware that the statue is the housing place of all the visions taken in the Sakoku Decree. And so they would not necessarily understand the importance of this request from Toma. Now that I think of it, it does kinda suck that Raiden can't actually summon wings for herself. Would have added a bit to the angelic nature that she has. Or, well, angelic. Divine nature might be a better way to put it, considering. But of course, I know that that statue is not of A, but of Makoto, her sister. And I can see the color of the visions locked away in those wings. Also, are we allowed to just run up the scaffolding of this thing? Apparently so. You'd think there'd be guards keeping looky-loos from getting too close to the statue. Which I will say doesn't look much like Raiden or her sister at all when you really look at it up close.
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt Decree are put into the statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt Decree.
Why did the Shogun issue the Vision Hunt Decree? What was her purpose in this?
Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryo Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue. And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun.
Especially considering that her guards and loyal retainers are all over the place. There are 3 of them in this frame alone, whenever Paimon shifts a little.
And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Nope. I shouldn't go touching things.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
What was that sound just now? Please tell me you heard it.
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Oh no. It has happened again. Once again, the traveler touched a thing, and suddenly heard voices and saw visions that no one else could see or hear. He should have learned by now to avoid poking random objects. It rarely ends well for him.
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
I could hear the sound of people's aspirations.
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined.
So a vision symbolizes ambition, and not power?
All right, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally!
The aspirations of all. Looks like we have a fair ways to go. Let's see. I did some exploring, so I can actually hop straight on over. I think I will pause just a moment to change the time. It would be uncouth to arrive at a residence in the middle of the night, after all. Even an invited guest must at least partially, consider his host.
My apologies. This heavy rain must be quite an inconvenience for you.
Well, as it happens, we'll be indoors for the most part for the time being, so the rain shouldn't bother us too much. Enter the Ashiro Commission headquarters.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? to be snazzier.
To be fair, it's rather hard to top the Jade Chamber or the Dawn Winery.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Oh, behind the screen?
Are you unwilling to meet us face to face?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
I believe I understand. Though this is slightly anticlimactic. After all the trouble we went through to see her, we won't be seeing her whatsoever. Not with our eyes, at any rate.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can...
I fear that I must disappoint you. I'm just here to meet the Raiden Shogun. I did not come to start a rebellion.
Oh,
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
If you cannot provide me with an audience with the Shogun, then I fear I must take my leave.
no, please, wait! Please, don't go!
What is it?
I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Does the Swordmaster happen to have green hair?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return here.
As you have assisted me in getting this far, I will do as you wish. It is a small price to pay for the assistance you have rendered, and the courtesy you have shown me in accepting this audience to begin with.
Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
The princess behind the curtain. The meaning of the meaningless waiting. Well, we'll get to the 3 wishes in the next episode, I believe. Bit of a short one today, but meeting Ayaka for the first time is noteworthy and worth an episode unto itself, I think. So, we'll stop here for today. If you've enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do check out my Elden Ring Let's Play, my playthrough of the Genshin Impact main story, and my Warframe content. And as always, have a good day.